Many of you do not know that I was actually in an accident recently. And so this is a very personal story that I wanted to share because I think it really is an eye opener for a lot of people that put off estate planning. So I was on a scuba diving trip with my husband, and we were in a little island north of Sicily in Italy. Um, After just finishing our dives, I got on my Vespa to go back to our hotel. And as I was going around a corner, I slipped on my Vespa on some gravel, and the Vespa landed on top of my leg. At that point, I couldn't move. We had an ambulance that came to help me, and it was a very little town on the side of a hill. When we got to the hospital had no x-ray machine. And so I was quickly airlifted to a nearby larger island that had a hospital facility to help me. After being in the hospital in Italy for about 9 hours, x rays were taken and it was determined that I needed emergency surgery. So I drove with my husband a few hours south at that point to go to a hospital that I felt comfortable having surgery, and they proceeded to get me ready. I think the biggest part of going through this experience was when I was preparing for surgery. I had no time mentally to prepare. And it was in that emergency situation where I was going in for surgery that I'm filling out paperwork, and the question comes up: do you have an advanced healthcare directive? And it hit me that you never know what's going to happen. And surgery is scary. And that was the most terrifying thing. And I think about clients that come to us that have some type of situation that happens, that they get a terminal illness and they're given that information. And it breaks my heart because now they're having to go through that stress and also plan for their estate. And in that moment that I was going into surgery, I wasn't concerned about the advanced healthcare directive and my wishes because I knew my estate plan was done. My concern at that point was just getting through it. With my accident, I had to have several surgeries, and I had to go through that multiple times. And I urge everyone to have your plan done so you don't have to go through that additional stress. At this point, hopefully no more surgeries, and I am recovering, but it's still a lot. And it's this type of situation that you never want to have to be in because you never know what's going to happen. So if you do not have your plan done, please work on getting your estate plan completed, because it's one thing that you can just take that burden off you of having to consider in an emergency situation like this. I hope this story helps you and helps you move forward in getting your estate planning completed. Thank you for listening.